continuing in the same vein, our next talk focuses on inclusive voice AI solutions and real-world use cases, particularly from the deployment and user-facing perspectives. May I now invite Ms. Kruti Dalal from Arman to share her experiences and learnings.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. And a big thank you to GIZ, Bhasini, ISC, Spire, and of course, our long-standing partners, Art Park, for inviting Arman. Philip spoke about the multiple building blocks beneath the surface. I'm going to talk a little bit about the blue skies above the iceberg, which is, like Visruth mentioned, the real case use of a chatbot. Before we dive into the technology, it's important to understand it's important to understand the mission of Arman. We are a non-profit that leverages mHealth to create cost-effective, highly scalable solutions to address maternal and child mortality and morbidity. So on one hand, we provide critical preventive care information directly to the women and their families during pregnancy and infancy. And on the other hand, we train and support health workers at all levels. And we do this through what we call a tech plus touch model, which means that we combine the reach of the mobile phone with existing infrastructure and network of the government and our NGO partners, which means we're not creating parallel infrastructures. And to date, interventions implemented by Arman have reached over 7 crore women and their families and supported more than 5.25 lakh health workers across India. While India's maternal mortality rate has decreased over the years, a woman still dies in childbirth every 30 minutes. Only 14% of pregnancies are currently recorded as what we call high-risk cases, but they account for a staggering 75% of perinatal deaths. So our frontline workers or auxiliary nurse midwives or ANMs, they're often overworked, they lack immediate support to detect these high-risk conditions. So with the support of Art Park, we at Arman have built a multilingual, multimodal, LLM-powered chatbot to provide these ANMs with instant protocol-based on-job learning and support. Before we get into the actual chatbot, let's just look at the foundation. This is the program called, it's a mouthful, so bear with me, Integrated High-Risk Pregnancy Tracking and Management, or IHRPTM. It's a systemic intervention designed to reduce delayed referrals to tertiary healthcare centers. What it does is it creates a structured pathway for identifying, managing, and referring high-risk conditions in time, ensuring that they're tracked through the health system and managed well at tertiary facilities. So to make IHRPTM actionable in real time, we built this LLM-powered chatbot. So you can think of it as a digital mentor of sorts for the ANM. It's a multilingual, multimodal tool, like I mentioned, that's delivered via WhatsApp. And that translates very complex medical protocols into instant conversational advice. So what happens? How does it work? ANMs can send queries through text or voice notes, and they receive instant user-friendly answers which are pulled from these medical training protocols. For complex cases, we have a human in the loop where medical training officers or MTOs step in. We actually have one such experienced and hugely knowledgeable MTO here today, Dr. Saujanya, who is going to be on the jury. Other key features include a multimedia tutorial, as you can see, with step-by-step instructions, safety reminders, like I mentioned, multilingual, multimodal, very prompt feedback after every answer, and escalation to a human if the question is out of scope or potentially harmful, or if the user is not satisfied. This project didn't start in a lab. It started in the field. So our journey began by shadowing ANMs to understand their daily workflow. We moved from a simple rule-based system to the current LLM-powered model. We launched pilots in UP and Telangana and iterated that technology based on real-time feedback. And now by Jan 2026, we have scaled to 3 states, and we are constantly refining the AI's ability to handle complex medical queries. So we at Arman, we believe that technology must fit the human, not the other way around. And we maintain a deeply empathetic approach. And we recognized through our on-ground experience that ANMs face immense pressure and fear of making mistakes. Hence, we designed the chatbot to be a judgment-free zone. It's a safe space where they can verify a protocol without fear of being penalized by any supervisors. The results speak for themselves. In our current expansion, we have maintained a 98% positive feedback rate in Uttar Pradesh, which is where the largest deployment is happening. As the LLM has learned from thousands of interactions, human intervention has now dropped significantly, as you can see. So only about 12% of queries are escalated to the MTO, which allows the MTOs, our medical staff, to actually focus on truly complex cases that need their attention. I'll just show you some quick examples of real queries by ANMs. As you can see, there's a mix of languages, some incorrect spelling, incorrect grammar, and the chatbot can answer it all. These are some of the sample answers. As you can see, the chatbot will respond in the base language. So in the case of UP, that's Hindi. And medical terminologies are often referred to in English, which is what the ANMs use in their everyday language as well. Of course, there are challenges, there are learnings. So despite our success, our human-centered research highlighted a gap, which is digital literacy. While ANMs love visual cues, visual posters, they often struggle with like pinching and expanding images on small screens. They know that information is there, but physical interference sometimes gets in the way. Another learning is that while it's functional, typing long terms like preeclampsia while examining a patient on the ground can be a significant burden. So going ahead, our roadmap for 2026 is centered on transitioning from a chatbot to an assistant. So we are moving from what is currently a pull model, which is waiting for a response to your query, to a push model, where the bot will send out nudges, it will send out bite-sized multimedia audio lessons to keep that knowledge fresh. And for our innovations to succeed in the long run, especially as we scale to over 12,000 more ANMs, and also move to a new linguistic zone like Assam, voice is going to be our primary lever. Voice removes the barrier, like I mentioned, of typing in real-time situations, and also removes that barrier of local script literacy. You need not know exactly how to type in the local language. Also, speaking or talking about a symptom is the most natural way to communicate something in a clinical setting. And going ahead, we are planning to introduce a similar chatbot for pregnant women and new mothers in low-income communities, especially in the urban settings. And this is where you, the finalists, all come in, because when we master voice, we will bridge more gaps in maternal healthcare equity. So looking forward to the finalists sharing their work, and all the very best. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Kriti. May I now invite Prashanta to do the honors?